As things ramp up ahead of the 2024 election, both sides really stressing the importance of getting out and voting in November.
Along with it is talk about election security. The RNC held an event tonight to, quote, protect the vote. Mary McGuire joins us now. And Mary, you talked with our Secretary of State about the election integrity in Minnesota.
Well, Amy and Randy, the narrative that the 2020 election was stolen has been a major talking point for President Trump over the last 4 years. But after numerous lawsuits and several recounts, those claims have proven to be false. Still, his team is on a cross-country tour to train volunteers on what they call election integrity.
Turn out the vote and protect the ballot.
On Thursday night, RNC Chairman Michael Whatley, RNC Co-Chair Lara Trump, and former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi appeared in Carver County on a Protect the Vote tour.
And if you do see something, what do? Right? How do you report that in? How do you make sure that you flag it?
They say the goal of the tour is to train election volunteers who will ensure the voting process is accurate and transparent, citing a recent case where they say a legal immigrant who is not eligible to vote in Minnesota received a ballot in the mail. The Secretary of State's office says they have not been provided with any evidence to support that claim, but will take necessary steps if they get it. Our cameras were not allowed inside the training session, but Whatley says the lesson will be about making sure election laws are enforced, not about intimidating voters.
A huge part of being an effective observer is respecting the process, respecting the workers, and respecting the voters.
The Minnesota Secretary of State's office calls the 2020 presidential election one of the most litigated elections in history, and says although dozens of courts across the country reviewed claims of voter irregularities, none were ever proven. President Trump's daughter-in-law and RNC co-chair Lara Trump told us their team will respect the will of the voters come November if the election is fair.
We believe when every legal vote is counted and only legal votes are counted, Donald Trump will win. But if we have a free, fair, and transparent election, we, of course, will respect the results.
Now, I did ask GOP leadership if they are still confident they can win Minnesota in November, especially in light of Governor Walz being selected as the Democratic vice presidential nominee this week. They are still calling Minnesota a battleground state and say they are in the process of opening up 8 campaign offices here, Amy.
Okay, thank you, Mary.